T-minus 40 seconds.
Deluge is active. Deluge is activated.
$20 seconds.
And we're T-minus 19 seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Beginning to pitch over.
Stage 1 propulsion nominal.
Lab launch con
Discharge
and is
nominal.
on its way to space carrying the MAT satellite. Our rocket recovery attempt is also now
Vehicle is supersonic. Approaching max Q. And vehicle is cleared max Q.
Stage 1
There we go.
propulsion
As expected,
holding nominal.
Electron has cleared that first milestone and is continuing nominally. Electron's Rutherford engines will now throttle back up as the mission continues on, and all looks nominal for propulsion there, with that beautiful view of LC1 below. In about a minute, we will reach the point in the launch when
Stage
Electron
1 guidance is
separates
nominal.
itself. Known as stage separation, the Rutherford engines on the first stage will shut down.
MECO confirm.
Stage separation successful.
Stage 2 ignition.
And as you can see, we have had a successful MECO and stage separation, followed by the engine on
Stage two
Electron's
propulsion
second
nominal.
stage, igniting so good so far. The next mission event will be fairing separation on the second stage, coming up in just a few moments.
Fairing jettison succeeded.
In fact, actually, there it goes. Electron's fairing has been deployed, and Matt is now exposed
Stage
to
two
space
guidance is
while remaining
nominal.
attached to the rocket's second stage as it continues on the path to orbit. The vehicle is now traveling at a speed of more than 8,000 kilometers an hour with an altitude of 129 kilometers. Meanwhile, Electron's first stage continues its migration over the South Pacific Ocean. When it separated from the second stage, it was traveling at such high speed that its trajectory continued upward from the momentum. But in another minute or so, otherwise known as the apogee, and from there, descend toward the capture zone, where our recovery helicopter is ready and on standby to proceed. We should hear the call out from Mission Control, and we'll keep up that first stage camera view on your left for as long as we can.
An absolutely incredible view there on the left side of your screen. That is a view on the first stage of the Electron rocket as it tumbles back towards Earth, and good old Rocket Lab pulling in some live telemetry there. We're watching that first stage heading up towards its apogee point before it begins making its descent. At this time, the helicopter will be doing its final preparations. It's in the location where they believe it will come down within a splash the booster down into the ocean safely. So even if today's helicopter attempt is not successful, it can't catch it, or it catches and releases it, it is still a successful recovery mission if the parachute's open, and we have a soft splashdown in the ocean just off the coast of New Zealand. We're now at L plus 7 minutes. We've had battery hot swap, it looks like there. We are now continuing on towards that re-entry. Kind of becoming normal, seeing an Electron's performance. They've had a really great year of success. After a few failures last year, they've really ironed their systems out. And we'll be keeping a close eye on that second stage, but mainly on that first stage as it begins its re-entry back to the Earth's atmosphere. We're going to listen back into Rocket Lab Mission Control. If you haven't yet, though, take a moment, engage that subscribe button so you never miss another live launch coverage, and engage that like button. Let's encourage YouTube to encourage the rocket as it makes this recovery attempt. Let's listen back into Mission Control.
HVP discharge holding nominal.
And that looks like we've got chute deployment.
Stage 2 guidance in terminal, 25 seconds to go.
Oh, so this view you are seeing right now actually is from the helicopter. This is the hook hanging below the helicopter that is heading towards the recovery point. Electron under parachute and attempt to approach and make sure that it's stable.
Stage 3 separation confirmed.
From that second
Nominal
stage.
transfer orbit.
And we've got a good orbit for payload deployment.
There we go. That's the call for SECO or second engine cutoff, and stage separation has been confirmed. That means MATS and Electron's kick stage have commenced their first pass around Earth in its initial orbit. Around 40 minutes into this coasting phase, the kick stage's engine will light up to move it into a circular orbit position where payload deployment will be performed. We'll come back to that final mission action, but while MATS takes a cruise, we are full screen with the camera view